This bastard.
And welcome everybody to the Speedway review. Tonight we are going to recap the weekend that was out in Phoenix this past weekend. We had the Xfinity race, which was won by Sammy Smith, who became the youngest driver in track history at the age of 18. Plus, we will recap the Cup Series race from this past Sunday, which we had William Byron winning back-to-back this season. And of course, we got Atlanta coming up this weekend. And no, kids, it's not Atlanta Motor Speedway anymore. I pretty much treat it as Atlanta Super Speedway because, we saw it race like Daytona a year ago. And, now it's going to be year two, how Atlanta Super Speedway is going to play out as well. So a lot of that. And then also we are going to be talking about penalties for Hendrick Motorsports and then Denny Hamlin as well after his intentions of, Ross Chastain, whatever. Chris says, I'm your man, Steve Harvey, which of course, the winner is going to go home in a brand new car.
That's right. On this side, we got the Balasico family.
Yes.
And across the way, returning champ is the Calhoun family. Get on with your statement.
Yes. And by the way, guys, my name is Stat Boy Corey. I come in with a lot of good stats. To my left side of me is none other than Jordan Balasico coming from a convenience store, which, of course, he is going to be doing the night shift and training people tonight. To the bottom left side of the screen, coming from Alabama, is none other than the medium chef, Mr. Torrey Calhoun. And coming in on the bottom right of the screen is none other than Chris Burns himself, the biggest Kevin Harvick fan there is, soon to be the biggest Willie B fan next year as well. So, gentlemen, how we all doing?
My knee hurts.
That sucks.
Corey, not to mention the entrance to pit road at Atlanta. Stupid. Why would you have the entrance to start off at turn 3? That's so freaking stupid.
Well, just remember, Martinsville, their entrance to pit road's in turn 3. I mean, if anybody remembers that,
I think what they're trying to do, and I'm not any sort of engineer or, blueprint maker type guy, having the entrance begin on turn 3 avoids the probability and possibility, which we've seen in the past, of somebody getting jammed up, cause an unnecessary caution.
Right.
You're coming down that backstretch. If you go wicked low and you start to woe up, people know where you're going. And especially with the white line rule there, that's I think that's most of the reason for it. I mean, how many times have you seen guys jam on the brakes and smoke their tires and whatnot trying to get in?
Quite a bit.
Off the 4. Yeah, all the freaking time in Atlanta. So let's see how this works. I think it's going to be good. I actually like the idea.
Right. And honestly, I think for me, and it makes total sense because, because what happens, if you're coming out of, turn 4 and then next thing you know, you're on the brakes going into trying to get on pit road and then next thing you know, someone tries to check up and then that creates a wreck. Yeah, I mean, I understand, that NASCAR pretty much did this. And again, Martinsville pretty much has their pit road entrance to turn 3. And now we have Atlanta, their pit road entrance as well. So basically what it is that, you're coming down the backstretch and then you'd have to be off the gas and then come down on that pit lane whatsoever. So yeah, honestly, I think it's a good move. And then yet again, as for the racing, I definitely want to see how Atlanta does year 2, the fact that now we see this as a super speedway race whatsoever.
Look, I'm over here judging before the race even happens, so I'm just going to shut up and let it play out on Sunday first, and then throw my feedback in next Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. See, eventually I knew he'd come around. Hello, Terry. Yes. By the way, I saw that my friend Crystal Christian was like, yeah, the Speedway review's coming up tonight. Hope we see her in the chat section because haven't sung to her in a while. Got to sing to her.
Oh, boy.
So, speaking of the Speedway review, Chris, I got to tell you something pretty freaking awesome. So, as it looks right now, we will be sponsoring a Craftsman truck and an Arca Menard Series car at Mid-Ohio.
Oh.
If that's said and done, I will be creating a very special logo. A very special logo, different from our current TV show logo. If you like the show logo, we can use it as our main logo, but that logo is a work in progress.
Okay.
All right.
We'll see how it goes. You get to creating, and I like the one we've got. That's pretty.
I do too. That's freaking badass.
Pretty styling.
Yeah. Honestly, I like it as well, so.
All right. Well, I'm not running this show, so go ahead, Corey.
All righty. So, anyways, all that said and done, we'll probably go into the news and notes and so forth. So one of my friends texted me this last night, and I'm gonna just pop this up.
What? That's your lame?
What's up?
Nothing.
Okay, so if I could just look right here. Okay, so good news about Nashville Fairgrounds. So the Nashville Fair Board of Commissioners
Oh yeah.
3-2 approval of Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway revitalization plan for Speedway Motorsports acquiring the lease and its attempts to bring NASCAR National Touring Series back to the track. Process is now moving to the Nashville Metro Council on the next board. So I have a feeling, guys, I think we might get Nashville Fairgrounds back to NASCAR hopefully sometime soon. So
That'd be dope.
Yeah, that would not suck. That would be pretty good.
And think about this, not only we have Nashville Super Speedway, but just think about, not only if we get Nashville Super Speedway, but think about how we can get Nashville Fairgrounds. I mean, hey, Nashville is going to be a really big sports market, if we can get both of those tracks on the schedule.
So like this, Corey, because like this, you know how you got the All-Star race in the Wilkesboro this year? What if they throw the All-Star race to Nashville Fairgrounds?
Oh, that would be dope. I would literally would love that. Without a doubt.
Make it like a rotating calendar.
Right. And then what I'm
rotating calendar.
By the way, hello, Caleb. And what I'm also kind of thinking is that because if you have both tracks in like, Tennessee, whatever, what I'm thinking is why not have, Cup and Xfinity at the Super Speedway, and then you'd have like the trucks race at the fairgrounds.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be a good idea.
To start.
Or maybe
at least to start,
or so,
Did you say rotator cuffs?
Yeah, like rotate, like
rotate. Yeah. See, I think it'd be cool to maybe have the All-Star race at Daytona one year.
Like on the oval, or?
Yes, on the oval.
I mean, it would be worth a shot, something like that.
I know people.
What they
love
need
that.
to do.
Go ahead, please. I'm sorry, Jordan.
What they need to do is put some lights at Talladega. Have some night racing at Talladega. That'd be sweet.
Right. Which hopefully,
But they won't do it, unfortunately. They won't do it, unfortunately. It's Tori's fault. That's why.
It's nobody's fault. I think. I think Senor Calhoun and I talked about it over the off season at one point or another, where it should be more like the MLB All-Star game. And each year you find out at the top of the year, okay, we're going into 2024. Your All-Star race is going to be held at Bristol, and yay, Bristol. And the next year it's Martinsville, or the next year it's Daytona. Just take it. I don't even care if they draw them out of a hat, but once your name comes out, you wait until it's all done. They put your name back in. Think about that. You have the opportunity to have upwards of 22 years of a different track for each All-Star race, testing out their abilities from top to bottom. So you're not going to get the same 5 guys winning the All-Star race all the time, or the one lucky guy who just happens to avoid the crash.
Right. Hell, throw the All-Star race to IRP.
That wouldn't suck either.
No, it would not.
Or better yet, how about have the All-Star race at Iowa?
That wouldn't suck either.
Definitely.
Right, because think about it, I mean, the only racing series that they have there now is, the ARCA Menard series and IndyCar. I mean, NASCAR hasn't been back to Iowa since like 2019 because, they haven't been back there like since the pandemic and whatever it is and so forth. So hopefully, soon.
Well, I heard from a grapevine that Rusty Wallace wants to bring the cup to Iowa and also bring the trucks and Xfinity series back.
Ooh, I'm down.
I think that's what he wants to do, but that's just he's say or nay say,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm in, if he does that. So,
I mean, that'd be sweet. I miss Kentucky Speedway.
Yeah, I mean,
Kentucky was good racing.
Yeah,
not as good as Chicago. No, I love Chicago.
I agree. No. Hey, you remember that one year? I think it was 2002 when the giant Tropicana ball was rolling on the racetrack.
Yeah, it was 2002. The Big Orange got let loose on accident. That was good shit. What? Timeout? What?
Hey, do you guys remember when that orange ball happened? And actually, the wrong answer was it wasn't 2002, by the way.
Whatever.
It was his.
Shut up, Corey. That boy.
Shut up. No.
Was it 4?
Okay.
Was it 2004?
No. If I can back this up, the orange ball actually.
Why did you just have me do it?
Okay, so the orange ball actually happened in 2004.
Hold on, guys.
And, yeah. Okay, so to answer the question, so the orange ball actually happened in 2004, and what was interesting was that Todd Szegedy driving the 7 car was actually qualifying when the orange ball was rolling on the track. And then, of course, you had the rain and all that other stuff and whatever it is and so forth. So now I guess NASCAR kind of said, okay, well, since it didn't really count, what was great about it was that they actually gave Todd Szegedy a do-over, which I thought that was pretty good, since the orange balloon, whatever you call it, was rolling on the track anyway.
It just goes to show you can't control balloons.
Nope.
You really can't. God, some man, 75 years of NASCAR.
Right.
I remember the very first race that I watched was, I think, 97. It was Bristol. And I think it was, I don't remember what it was, but I remember it was the very first race that I had watched. Dale Earnhardt smoked the field. And my dad asked me, is that your driver? I said, my driver's Rainbow Warrior Man.
Wow, you were raised wrong.
So Bristol. Okay.
Chris, I was raised right.
Clearly not.
Smoke the field at Bristol. I'm trying to remember what year that was.
He just said 97.
Wait. Earnhardt won at Bristol in 97?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Because I
can't remember which one it was. I don't think it was Bristol. I can't remember which race it was.
I was working. Yeah. I was working that day.
Oh, it was the 97 Daytona 500 that I watched when Jeff Gordon won. My bad.
Yes, and that was when Hendrick finished 1, 2, 3 that day. When Ricky Craven. No, I think was
Labonte and then Craven.
Yeah,
Labonte second,
Craven third. Yeah. But
if I'm not mistaken, 97 or 98? He ran the 50 instead of the 25 for NASCAR's 50th anniversary.
Yeah, it was 98 when he ran the 50.
All right, I knew it was one of those two.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But anyway, so for the National Fairgrounds, so these are the list of winners over the years. So their first race happened in 1958, which was won by Joe Weatherly. The last race was back in 1984, which was won by Jeffrey Bodine. And the list of winners includes Dale Earnhardt, Darrell Waltrip, Benny Parsons, Richard Petty, Cale Yarborough. Let's see, Buddy Baker, one race. Then you have Bobby Allison, Bobby Isaac, Joe Pesca, whatever his name is, Johnny Beauchamp, and Joe Lee Johnson and Rex White. Craftsman Truck Series, they raced there in 1996, won by Dave Rezendes, and your list of winners were Jack Sprague, Jimmy Hinsley, Dennis Setzer, and Randy Tulsma. And then Xfinity Series, first race there in 1984, you had your list of winners of Jack Ingram, Darrell Waltrip, Rick Mass, David Green, Bobby Labonte, Steve Park, Mike McLaughlin, Jeff Green, and your last winner was Randy LaJoie, who won in 2000.
I've heard of him.
Yes. He was, didn't he win 2 championships?
Yep.
He did.
In the number 74 Fina car.
That was that was a good car. And I still like that rivalry between him and Buckshot Jones. That was probably one of the
there's a name we haven't heard in a while. Buckshot.
Oh yeah.
Good old Roy. Look at that.
Yes.
Bill Bingham coming in saying Willie B because he's right.
Yeah.
Willie B.
Back-to-back wins. I'll tell you one thing, that 24 was.
I won't be making this just in from Denny Hamlin. I just got a tweet from him.
Ooh.
It says, I won't be making an appeal to NASCAR. However, I will be making an appeal on something. I'll read that shit later. But he knows what he did.
Yeah, he knows.
He admitted to it.
He was fined.
He's owning up to it. Good job.
Yep. $50,000 and 25 driver points for violating Section 4.4 in the NASCAR Member Code of Conduct, which covers attempting to manipulate the outcome of the race. Where do you see walnuts? Oh, there's walnuts. What up, walnuts?
Joey.
Attempting to manipulate the outcome of a race or championship, wrecking or spinning another vehicle, whether or not the vehicle is removed from competition, as a result of his actions detrimental to stock car racing or NASCAR, which is funny because Denny Hamlin has started a podcast which he is calling Actions Detrimental with Denny Hamlin.
Right.
I've listened to it. Don't care for it.
Yeah, well, not everything can be Dysfunction Junction, which, by the way, if you're not listening to Dysfunction Junction, what the hell is wrong with you? Seriously.
It's a great show, and Herm cracks me up.
Well, that's because Herm's medicated. And he medicates right there on the screen. Little Scotty beaming him up every single week. All right. So I'm going to read this off since Corey is taking his sweet time getting to it.
Right.
The penalty to Hendrick, which is the biggest penalty in NASCAR history to one team. And I'm speaking when I say one team, that's Hendrick Motorsports as an umbrella, not the 24 team or this team or that team. Bong in hand. You're darn right, Joe. All right. So each crew chief, with the exception of the 9 car, and Chase Elliott and Josh Berry do not get penalized for this, fined $100,000. They lose 100 points and 10 playoff points. The penalties occur after NASCAR confiscated the hood louvers from all 5 cars before Sunday's race at Phoenix. The Hendrick teams involved, were the number 5 Chevy, Kyle Larson, the number 9 of Josh Berry, who's subbing for Elliott, the number 24 of William Byron, and the number 48 of Alex Bowman. And the 31 of Justin Haley also got popped for the same infraction. Okay, and we're getting to that, Joe. We're getting there. Breathe with me. In through nose, out through mouth. Miyagi style. Let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, and the crew chiefs, Cliff Daniels, Alan Gustafson, Rudy Fugle, and Blake Harris, and Trent Owens for Colleague, all get popped with fines. The NASCAR rulebook, here's where it gets interesting. The NASCAR rulebook section specifically referenced the penalties to section 14.5.4.2a, which deals with how the radiator duct is assembled with the louvers. The teams were found with unapproved modifications of a single source vendor supplied part. First things first, from what I'm led to believe and from all I've read, they found these louvers to be illegal during practice. Now, if that's the case and they replace everything, by the time Sunday rolls around, nobody has an advantage. They qualified the cars with the brand new replacement parts, and they've raced the cars with the brand new replacement parts. You found it during practice. The team owns up. The team fixes it. We're out the door. What's the freaking problem?
Right.
NASCAR permitted the Hendrick teams to use the hood louvers for a 50-minute Cup Series practice session on Friday. And when they were found in violation, they were told to switch them. Straight from NASCAR.com.
Right.
So NASCAR is saying this happened. Thank you to Terry for printing this out for me, by the way. Big ups to you, kid. This happened during practice. This had no bearing on how the cars qualified or handled during the race. This isn't a problem, in my opinion. What I think this is probably is NASCAR finally showing some guts toward all the teams instead of just, leaving Hendrick alone. Because let's be honest, if you watch NASCAR for more than 7 years, Hendrick gets away with murder.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that they murdered a crew chief or two and they're buried under Hendrick Motorsports.
Yep.
So in NASCAR's attempt to look tough on a particular subject such as this one, they dropped the hammer. And as Joe pointed out, they have appealed, and they should win the appeal based on everything I just read from, say it with me now, NASCAR.com.
Yeah.
So they're admitting what's happening. They're admitting this was found during practice.
Right.
So if you found it during practice, qualifying is either later in the day or the next day. There's no issue. None. This is a moot point. At no point should this be even talked about.
Right.
I agree.
That's like, and people can cry the blues all they want. I may be one of them that has one time or another. No matter if we like it or not, Barry Bonds is the home run king.
Damn right.
And until he comes in and they find a failed test ever, he's still our home run king. We got to deal with it. I don't have to like it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I just have to accept it. You know, I don't care how much I hate Justin Bieber, but dude sold 30 million records, the last record he put out. I still think he sucks,
True.
but the numbers don't lie. 30 million people bought that record.
Yeah.
Again,
Yep.
if you put things into perspective and the perspective is correct, everything comes out roses. And like Joe said, it's a third, the appeals go to a third party. Yes, it costs a bundle to file, but if you're in the right and they are in the right, you're right. They should win. They should win, go hands down.
Right. Exactly.
Torrey had an issue. He waved his hands. I want to know what his problem was. Not that
Yeah.
I think he has a problem, but he obviously hates what I had to say.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, okay. He's probably saying, no, I don't have anything to say. So.
Come on, Chef Boy, are you big? Say something.
Oh, boy.
Nah, bro. I actually, I don't, and I will never recognize Barry Bonds as the home run king. Hank Aaron is the home run king, and Babe Ruth is right behind him. But anyway, what I was thinking while you were explaining everything about what you found at NASCAR.com, I was sitting there like, okay, you just said everything was checked or whatever. That was found during practice or whatever, right? So, like, do you know if they re-inspected the cars before trials?
I'm pretty sure they do. If not before qualifying, then after qualifying, there's the inspection
Okay.
process.
So then the only logical explanation is that they didn't change anything out. That would be the only reason why they went ahead with these penalties. Now, if Hendrick can prove that the parts were changed before qualifying and before the race, like you said, hands down, they should win.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it doesn't necessarily hurt certain guys. I mean, obviously, Barry and Elliott, who's not even in the car because he's recovering from an injury. This doesn't really hurt. Yeah, Byron's got his 2 wins. Does losing the 100 points and the playoff points suck? Yes. But if you look at, I can rig up the playoffs now. William Byron is top of the charts. If you look at the playoffs, because he's got the 2 wins.
Mm-hmm.
By points, he's 2 points behind point leader Kevin Harvick. Who this hurts the most is, where's his name? I just had his name up here. Alex Bowman. Where did his name go? Come on, Alex. Stop hiding. Where are you at? Well, okay. So that knocked him. He's currently sitting in 24th with 54 points. You add those 100 on, and Alex Bowman should be sitting pretty somewhere in about 3rd or 4th. It's garbage. And I'm nobody's Alex Bowman fan. I'm nobody's Kyle Larson fan. I am prepping my Willie Beanus to go forward. I got the Willie B flowing through me, but again, the only one this hurts is NASCAR's reputation overall. I mean, yes, the points hurt. Is Bowman going to win a race? Absolutely. Is Larson going to win a race? Absolutely. Whatever happens with the 9, we're not sure because the timetable on Chase Elliott changes depending on where you're reading or who's giving the information. This just hurts NASCAR overall, looking like, I don't know, little nitpickers.
Right.
And that's all I've got to say about that.
Oh. Yeah, but then yet again, I probably say, like, in my opinion, I think Hendrick can possibly win this appeal, so.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all.
Right.
I'm with Joe on this one. I think we're all in agreement. As long as they can prove, much like NASCAR.com just told us, that these parts were swapped out before qualifying and before the race.
Yeah.
It had no bearing on the finish of that race. There should be no fine. Thank you. F you. Bye-bye, everybody.
Right. Now, speaking of which, what do we all think about the Denny Hamlin penalty after he intentionally wrecked Ross Chastain?
He wouldn't have had a problem unless he opened his mouth.
Yeah.
I'm serious, because it looked like incidental contact. It looked like the steering got away from him.
Right.
I'm not going to lie to you. We watched the end of that race, and both me and Mark thought the steering got away from him. He was having a problem turning that car for 4 or 5 laps.
Right.
The Hendrickators would burn down Charlotte. Yeah, he should have kept his mouth shut, because when the media came to him, yeah, I moved him. I had to try something, but it, like he said, it ended up effing me over.
Yeah.
Good job, Denny. Not only did you F yourself over during the race, you got yourself a stiff penalty. Hooray, dumbass.
And he's the asshole of the week.
No, not even close.
No, I
No. Okay.
But see, what I think is kind of stupid about that is that not only like, he costed like one team, a poor finish, but he also costed his own team a poor finish as well. So.
Mm-hmm. And the whole thing with Chastain, come on, that's so last year. Let it go.
Right. Which I think I kind of would probably say, NASCAR, I think would have to step in and talk to those two guys and said, look, you guys got into each other like multiple times last year. We really don't want to see any more of this bullshit on our track. I mean, this is our show. You guys do whatever you want, but if this keeps happening again, I don't care who starts it. You guys will both get pulled off the track. So
you're not going to get an argument out of me on that one.
No,
absolutely not. So that was what it was. You guys in the comment section, if you think that, not only Hendrick, but Colleague with the louvers, if that was a trumped up penalty, let us know. If you think Denny Hamlin is truly a dumbass, let us know. If you want a hat just like this one, too bad. I'm the one of a kind owner.
Man, that's just bad. That's real bad. Like,
what's the matter,
like
man?
You're literally about to get away with it, but you it reminded me of the SNL sketch by R. Kelly. He's like, "Why did you want this interview? My lawyers told me no, but my ego told me yes."
Yep.
Yes.
Think about it like this: if I were to go in and rob a bank and I make it out with $62,000, and oops, I dropped my pen, or I lost my hat, and I went back in. Excuse me, I just need my hat. The fuck are you doing? Shut up!
Right.
So when Jordan gets robbed at gunpoint later tonight, after he's done with his little nap here,
how'd you do that?
What is wrong with this boy? Jordan, wake up. People are starting to text me. What's wrong with you?
I know, right?
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. You want to see the text?
Are they really? Oh, shit. Are they really?
This is why we can't have nice things right here.
I can't have nice things. Anyway, my bad, y'all. It was a long day today.
I understand.
I apologize.
What's next on the
I
dock?
apologize.
Corey Huffnagel.
All right. Not really too
Let me
much.
drink my monster, y'all, okay? The official sponsor, Tyler Riddick. And what's that kid's Ty's name? I forgot.
Triangle Head.
Joe, I'm doing it.
All right. But no, I want to touch on this one topic because there's not really like that many like news and notes going on, whatever it is and so forth. But so I don't know if you guys heard like, the comments that Kyle Petty made, about Ryan Blaney, whatever. So now I guess what Kyle Petty's saying is that now he's comparing him to Casey Kane because he's not really doing anything and so forth. But no, here's the thing though, is that Casey Kane won 6 races back in like 2006. The only most races that Ryan Blaney won was 3, and then since then he's only won 1 race. So I understand the fact that Blaney runs for Penske, and I mean, God forbid, Roger Penske. I mean, they've won Daytona 500s, they won Cup Series championships, they've won the Indianapolis 500 multiple times. I mean, yeah, but like
8 times.
But then if you look at that roster as
11.
Right. I mean, if you look at that roster as a whole, I mean, you got Joey Logano, who's won the Cup Series championship twice. You have Austin Cindric, who won the 500. And now you have Ryan Blaney, which, the guy literally wins a race like once a year, but then yet again, like doesn't win like multiple races a year, which, I mean, it kind of concerns me a little bit is that, okay, he has the top ride, but the only problem is why is he not winning, multiple races like everybody else?
Right. Now, I got something. I don't know if you guys heard about Mike Joy or not, but apparently he's in hot water because he says we're going to take, for you keyboard warriors out there, we're going to take our final full screen commercial of this race. And I'm just like, can y'all just leave Mike Joy alone? He's been around. He's been doing it since 1975. Let the man just do what he's doing. Let him do his thing and leave him alone.
He didn't do anything wrong.
He's not hurting anybody. He's not hurting anybody.
No,
No,
of course not.
he's responding to these online trolls that just think they know better than
Exactly.
TV executives or television producers or directors or Mike Joy himself. Or if Mike Joy came on this show and told us how to do the show, I would listen. You know why? Because he's Mike freaking Joy.
Exactly.
So when he says that, that's a wink and a nod going, all right, none of you know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna stick it to you real quick. Have at it. Fun. But no, of course, the trolls got mad.
You know what?
How dare he say that? You know what? If you don't like it, don't watch.
Right.
Seriously. It's so stupid at this point.
Yeah.
Right. And what people don't realize, commercials pay for the sponsoring of NASCAR. Doesn't that work?
F1 doesn't do it. Who cares about F1? Like 3 people care about F1, and Jordan's one of them.
Well, also
So
me
Corey.
too.
There's 2.
I just said that, fool.
Yeah. Team Red Bull all the way, baby.
While your boy next to you on the screen is chugging a Monster, you're like, yeah, go Red Bull. Yeah.
Yeah.
The same people, look, the same
Anyway,
people like F1,
actually, you know what?
like soccer.
Hey, that's a different topic. We'll talk about that later. That's a different show.
No, we will not.
That's a different show.
I will never talk about soccer, ever.
I never talk.
I know.
Because I'm not European or gay.
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa.
NASCAR.
Sorry, Spotify listeners.
Oh, hold it down, man. We trying to get that contract, man. Hold it down.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm not European.
Hold it down.
I left the other part out.
Yeah.
Okay, to all y'all listening on Spotify, we do not plan. Our intent is to not offend anyone. So courtesy of the Speedway review, we do apologize for the comments made by Chris Burns.
And be with the pygmies in New Guinea. Amen. All right. So, what else are we hitting on? Are we going to the Xfinity race?
We'll pretty much there's not really like that much news to talk about.
Oh, Jesus, Herm.
See, Herm gets it. I'm a peeing when I use the toilet. You're a peeing. I'm a peeing. We're all a peeing.
Whatever that
Read
is.
the fine print. Thank you, Joe. All right. What are we talking about, host?
All right. Well, I guess we can just go dive right into the Xfinity race that happened on Saturday.
Tell us more.
Hold on. Hold that thought. Frankie Muniz got his first top 10 by finishing 6th on Friday night at Phoenix.
I saw that.
Congratulations.
Way to go, Frankie.
Congratulations, Malcolm in the top half.
And of course, Tyler Reif won the ARCA race on Friday night, which
congratulations, Tyler.
Which is very impressive. 16 years old. Very impressive.
Right.
And congratulations to all of you out there.
Yes. So, anyways, so we move on to the Xfinity race that happened on Saturday. So you had Sammy Smith, who won his first career race this past weekend, of course, being at the youngest age of 18. And I will say this race on Saturday played a decent role, and not really like as exciting, but then yet again, great to see Sammy Smith get his first career win, and also not to mention, Justin Allgaier. I was really hoping he was going to get a good finish, and then he gets, collided by the 26 car or whatever it is and so forth. But no, I mean, I thought this was a decent race all around. So.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. Being that it was Atlanta, the cars were moving pretty good. I like the Can I help you?
You said Atlanta.
Phoenix. Sorry. And the aero package, I'm already thinking a week ahead. The aero package they brought to Phoenix really did move a lot.
Awesome.
That dog leg certainly opened up doors for certain guys and got the doors shut on them for certain guys because some guys just couldn't work the bottom. But, boy, I got to tell you, Sammy Smith looked damn good out there during that race.
Yeah. The last couple laps, he just drove a really good race and a good consistency too.
And Kyle Busch
The
did
one thing
not
I
win.
thought, nope. The one thing I thought was weird was actually seeing windshield wipers on a freaking oval.
Well, we talked about that a week or two ago about some of the smaller tracks being ready for the rain.
Yeah,
So we don't have as many,
it was cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad we didn't get rain, but on a flatter track, and that was something that was talked about often during both broadcasts, the Xfinity and the Cup, is that because the banking, isn't that high, they can get away with running, the treaded rain tire and having the windshield wiper on there and see how it works. So we have, less delay, less postponement. Hey, sorry about Sunday's race. For all you folks that have to work Monday, go screw yourself and set your DVR.
Yep.
And like Joe pointed out, Dover and Bristol are exempt because they're high banked.
Yeah.
That's true.
Swear to God, I feel like I'm gonna die.
Could you imagine seeing a New Hampshire race in the rain? That'd be sweet, actually.
Be pretty dope.
Would have been great the year we went.
Yeah.
That Eric Almirola ended up taking the shortened race.
Yep. Which we were there for that night or whatever it was.
Day into the night.
Well, day into the night, you can call it.
I still blame Emma for that.
Like
She's like, it feels like it's raining. Emma, don't say that. Emma, don't say that. It's not raining. No one else here feels rain but you. And then, of course, we're delayed for 2 hours for rain.
And
you've heard of Rain Man? My daughter's Rain Woman.
Right.
And please don't die. Thank you, Herm.
And what was funny was that 6 laps into the race, Kyle Busch crashes out. So
that was the best part.
Yep. Well, let's just say that you knew it was raining when Kyle Busch crashes into the wall in turn 1. So,
well, yeah.
Yeah.
And then with minimal damage, cries about it and pulls his car into the garage.
Yeah, and then not to mention he tugs on the pace car, which I don't know why he would do that, but yeah, I understand.
He's an asshole.
Yeah, because he was mad that he lost the race. So, and not to mention he was mad at the fact that it was raining and that NASCAR could have called the caution, but they didn't until like 6 laps in. So
tough shit, Kyle Busch.
Well, yeah. Speaking of Kyle Busch, what about that save on the last lap?
That was good. I got to give him credit.
That was nice.
That's a wheelman for you.
That's a veteran move.
Well, yeah, and thankfully that car didn't spin out either. But no, battling against your teammate, that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I was upset that Kyle Busch came back, but he's trying to get Colleague on the map at least. At least get Colleague some points, because why not, right? Colleague Racing and Junior Motorsports are the Xfinity teams to watch every year.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I got to go back. Okay. Nope. I was wrong. Never mind. Continue about your business. I was wrong.
And we got Justin Haley Justin Haley's in the number 10 this coming weekend.
Good for Justin Haley.
Yeah.
That matches the amount of points he got this week on the Cup race.
Damn. And I got Justin Haley too.
Wah, 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 wah.
Right. But see, what was fun about the Xfinity race on Saturday was restarts. Everybody was all fanning out 3-4 wide, and and the best part was everybody was fanning out 5-6 wide on the dog leg, which I swear, if somebody fans out like probably 6 wide and hits that wall going into turn 1, that's going to be epic.
Sure will.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess I'll go down the top 10 and the notables. Then we'll go to happy and sad. Sammy Smith was your winner, youngest winner on the Xfinity Series ever. Congratulations to him. Ryan Truex was second. Sheldon Creed was third. Riley Herbst fourth, and Chandler Smith came home in fifth. John Hern Nemechek was sixth. Austin Hill seventh. Josh Berry eighth. Kyle Busch was ninth, and Daniel Hemrick rounded out your top 10. Your other notables were Cole Custer in 12th, Anthony Alfredo in 14th, Kyle Weatherman 17th, Parker Pretzelface was 18th, Josh Williams, our boy, was 21st, Brandon Jones 23rd. Let's see, Kyle Sieg was 25th, Leland the Honeyman was 27th, Let's see. Jeffrey Earnhardt, 33rd. Kaz Gralla, 34th. Justin Allgaier with a disappointing accident comes home in 36th. And all the way down in the BJ McLeod position was Dawson Cram, whoever the hell that is.
Yeah.
So Corey, you lead it. You put it in the circle. Who's going happy and sad?
Okay, so my happy for this week. This one was a little bit tough, but honestly, I think my happy, I'm going to go with Ryan Truex being back in that car for Joe Gibbs for 6 races this year and to bring it home second. I thought was a great run for him, and hopefully he can get a win in that car soon. And then my sad, on the other hand, would definitely have to go to Justin Allgaier. Of course, was running for a good finish, and then he gets tapped by his teammate, and then the 26 gets right into the 7 car, and then the whole thing's over from there. So,
I got you.
Yep.
Corey, you're the host. Move it around.
All right. So let's go down to the bottom. We're going to go with Chris now.
All right. Fair enough. I'm going to go with Sheldon Creed as my happy. 3rd place finish. Looked good, finally. Stayed out of trouble long enough to get himself a top 5. Good on him. Sad, obviously, is going to go to Justin Allgaier. This is a championship contender if there ever was one, and just bad luck for him. Absolutely.
All right. Next, we go to Jordan.
So my happy is actually a tie, if that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
My happy is Sammy Smith winning and Ryan Truex finishing second. That's a tie for me. And my sad has to be down in 33rd position. Jeffrey Earnhardt. I mean, he just cannot catch a break for a team at all.
Yeah, but dude wrestles alligators in his spare time. That dude.
That is true. He really does. That is true.
Yeah.
But, I mean, come on, man. Name Earnhardt don't belong in 33rd.
Come on. Just because your last name is Earnhardt doesn't mean you're going to be awesome. For every Pete Rose, there's a Pete Rose Jr.
Well, I didn't say it like that. I mean, he's a heck of a driver, but I am not putting that comment on the screen.
Why
Kiss
not?
my ass, Herm. Okay.
Oh. Unpopular opinion. Fuck Frankie Muniz. Tis what it is.
All right, note to self: don't let Herman comment when Frankie Muniz comes on the Speedway review.
Yeah, that might be bad for business. And yeah, I did say Pete Rose Jr.
It would be really bad. So, all right.
Oh.
So next one, we got Tori. Who's your happy and sad?
From the Xfinity race?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Did not see it, and I didn't even hear you guys' results. Sorry about that. I was making sure the customers had their drink.
He does the best he can when he can. That's our man, Tori Kelly.
Yes, he can.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't taking it for nothing.
Okay, I want to read Herm's comment regarding Frankie Muniz. Let's be honest, nobody knew what he was doing for 10 years and nobody cared. All of a sudden, he decides to drive in a car, and all of a sudden, he's current, hip, and popular. Get out of here with that.
Okay, Herm, I respect your opinion, man.
I can't say he's wrong. I mean, if Frankie Muniz was making, multi-billion-dollar movies every year and then decides, you know what, I'm done with Hollywood, I'm going to drive a car. Just because somebody cooks at home doesn't mean they a chef. Well, the can I open up says Chef Boyardee, so yes, I am a chef.
Yeah.
Herm knows
I got nothing but respect for Herm. He makes me laugh every Tuesday, so.
That's because he's 10 feet bigger than you.
Yeah.
And twice my size.
Dude, everybody on this show is twice your size. You weigh 48 pounds with a brick in your pocket.
Then I guess I'm like Alex Bowman, 48. I'm joking.
Soaking wet with a sweater on. All right, moving right along. Corey, what are we doing next?
All right. I guess we can move on to.
I think he meant you.
Yeah.
Jordan.
I probably ate a sandwich 10 times bigger than what he ate, so I don't know.
I don't want to hear the end of this story.
That's probably
that's the end of this story.
That's probably a good idea.
About it. So, well, anyways, so we had the Cup race that it was on Sunday, which of course William Byron won for the second straight time this season, and of course
goes back won the watch.
And for the second straight week, we also had a driver that was leading late in the race. Late caution comes out, and it involves Kevin Harvick, which, of course, the late caution comes out. Harvick comes down pit road, gets 4 tires. Everyone else gets 2 tires and whatever it is and so forth. So my question to you guys is, 4 tires on Kevin Harvick, was that the right call?
Absolutely. I think what happened on the restart that I saw was, instead of taking his usual upper line, he thought he could split the difference and take the middle, which had no grip all afternoon. But I'm sure he's thinking, and I'm sure that Rodney Childers was thinking, look, everybody took 2, we took 4. We came out in really good position. Just take the middle. You've got 4 fresh tires. Whereas if he'd have gone to the bottom, we may be having a different conversation. But speculation isn't worth anything. So I'll just say it was a bad call on both their parts. The 4 tires was not the bad call. He was trying to split the lines. That was the bad call.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I really wanted to see Harvick win the race. And again, had that late caution not come out, Harvick would have been the winner. So.
Well, hell, he had a 5-second lead on the entire field.
Well, of course.
And they said it all day long.
And I would have been satisfied with that.
He started 15th. He works his way to the top 5. He's hanging in the top 5 all day long. Him and Keselowski had phenomenal freaking races up till, the end. But they were saying all day long, and you can watch the crawler as it's happening, Harvick's car had long run speed. Everybody else starts to fall out at a particular point because they're set for the short run. Let's get out there. Let's get clean air. Let's get that car moving. Harvick had long run speed, not slow and steady, but speedy and steady. Gets himself to the front, takes the lead, starts tearing away from everybody, and boom, just like that. And I think who was it that was involved in that? It was Harrison Burton.
Yeah.
And of course,
doesn't belong in the 21.
As I'm sitting with Mark watching the race, I turned to him and said, "You know who wouldn't have blown that tire? Matt DiBenedetto."
Right.
The wrong guy is in that 21 car.
Yeah.
That's a proven fact.
As usual and so forth.
Chris Burns should be in that 21.
No, Chris Burns shouldn't be anywhere near any of those cars. I'm too old, I'm too fat, and I'm too old.
Yeah.
Besides, they won't let me have a beer and listen to the radio while I'm driving, so.
Right.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. But all in all, I thought the race this past weekend was pretty good, and I will say the finish good too. The battle between William Byron, Tyler Reddick, and Ryan Blaney, and I gotta tell you, Ryan Blaney. I think if we would have had maybe another overtime, and he was still in, and if he was locked in second, I think he could have won the race.
Yeah, that short run speed toward the end after the final caution. Blaney had a good start. He was trying to catch up to William Byron.
Guy would have been okay with that.
And like you said, you give him another 3-4 laps or another restart, and Ryan Blaney could have won that race. But again, that's blind speculation, and that's not what we're here for. I understand what you're saying, and I'm going to agree with you. You're absolutely right.
Right. And then, of course, we also did have, a dust up between William Byron and Kyle Larson on the restart. And if you guys probably watched Kyle Larson's interview, yeah, he was upset. But then yet again, it's racing. And of course, it was overtime. And of course, Larson and those guys, they did what they had to do. And I think I kind of feel like, Larson, Byron pinched him down. But hey, it's 2 laps to go, and it's pretty much, you either better win the race or you're crashing on the last lap anyway.
Maybe one of you guys can help me with this. What is it in the last 10 years with guys named Kyle driving in NASCAR who will use any opportunity to win, and rightfully so? That's what stock car racing is all about. That's what any car racing is all about. Do what you got to do to win, short of killing somebody. But when it's done to them, they cry the blues, whether it's Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Kyle Petty, Kyle from South Park, it doesn't matter. If your name is Kyle and you drive professionally, chances are you're a douche.
Yeah,
I'm just
pretty
sick
much.
of it. I hate crybabies. Almost as much as I hate Dallas fan.
Yeah, those Cowboys, no problem. But yeah, but honestly, like I honestly thought both of those guys were gonna tangle, like in like coming out of the turn 2 on the backstretch or so.
No, they got enough. Bowman had the save of the weekend. Yes, he did on that low run where he clipped the apron, started to get a little wiggly. And even Manica Patrick said it. She was like, that's a hell of a save. And I'm thinking to myself, what do you know about a hell of a save? Everything you spun, you wrecked.
Right.
Oh, can we please get her out of the booth? Please.
Well, the good thing is Tony's going to be back in the booth on Sunday. So
okay, so everybody gets a nap, but you'll get smart, insightful commentary.
Right.
Yeah, the way these guys are running, everything is real great. Let me tell you about this. It's all good. It's like he's calling a golf game.
Jesus. Oh.
For a dude that has a big mouth, he doesn't talk very loud in the booth.
Right. No, I think he's good though. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, he does pretty good up in the booth.
Oh no, I agree with you. He's insightful as all hell. He's just quiet.
Yeah.
You need to shake it up a bit.
You're
half of the you're the other half of the entertainment. Are you shitting?
What? No.
Maybe he was.
Maybe he was.
I sat down for a minute.
Gotcha. All right. So what did you think overall of the race, Jordan?
Well, I was working, but I did catch a glimpse of the race. The parts that I did watch the race, I thought it was fantastic racing. I absolutely love Phoenix. It's one of my favorite tracks. I love when they go 4, 5, 6 wide around that turn. But overall, I feel like this. Tyler Riddick, ever since he's been with 2311, he knows how to freaking drive a damn car. I don't know what the issue was. I don't know what the issue was with RCR. I don't know.
Kyle Busch coming in.
True.
And you know they're not going to get rid of Granddaddy's favorite boy.
Of course not.
So one or the other has to go.
True, that is true. Well, I think what kind of did it was, I don't know.
It's a deal with the devil is what it is.
Yeah. But overall, it was a good race. It was a great race. I'm glad that Willie B has been winning because, look, he's making me proud as a Gordon fan. That 24 back on victory lane, hell yeah.
Look, the 24 does not belong to Jeff Gordon. There have been many wonderful 24s.
Look, in me it does. In my eyes it does, okay?
Go get your eyes checked. As a
lifelong Gordon fan, it does to me.
Go get your eyes checked.
My eyes got checked last week.
Yeah, clearly.
I'm 100% blind.
There's a surprise.
I'll kiss my ass.
And also, it's funny because, another statistic is...
yeah, you are funny looking.
Maybe I am.
Your hair, is it just me or your hair lopsided?
No, he's going with the Greg Brady look today.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, it has been growing long. It has been going long lately. So, but interesting statistic. This is the first time the 24 car has won back-to-back races since 2007. So.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Listen to you. Listen to you.
Yeah.
You act like you went fishing with Jeff Gordon last week the way you're talking. That's right. That's my boy.
An interesting fact was that year when he won Phoenix, that was when he tied Dale Earnhardt for 76 wins. And then the race after passes Dale Earnhardt on the all-time wins list.
Hell yeah.
People were pissed.
Yeah, of course.
People were pissed.
Yeah.
Earnhardt fans were pissed because they hated Gordon.
Of course. I believe it. You know. It's pretty much. I mean, look at what happened in 2004 when Jeff Gordon won Talladega. They were throwing beer cans at them.
Oh, they were super mad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Damn so. And then, you talk about Earnhardt fans. I mean, look at what happened.
God, they were the worst.
Right. Well, you talk about Earnhardt.
Not all
fans.
of them.
Well,
not all of them.
Well, listen.
That is true. That is very true.
Well,
I don't know who's worse, Chase Elliott fans or Earnhardt fans. Chase Elliott fans are the worst.
Well, what about the time when Earnhardt fans were mad at Brian Vickers when not only he took out his teammate but took out Dale Jr. And Dave Moody. Now listen, Dave Moody said this best. He said, "You don't take out the leader. you don't take out your teammate, and you don't take out Dale Jr., who's leading a race at Talladega.
The best part about that was a couple weeks later, a friend of mine who was a big Dale Jr. fan had his birthday. So we decided instead of getting wrapping paper, we were just going to print Brian Vickers hooking Jr. and use that as wrapping paper.
Oh, boy.
And as part of his birthday gift was a Brian Vickers hat and a Brian Vickers T-shirt.
Oh, dude, no. Dude, that's awful.
No, what that is funny.
Oh, man.
Which,
he was probably pissed at that.
Oh, he was hot. He was hot.
Yeah, I can't blame him.
Well, look at it this way. My birthday in 2004, I got a Red Sox World Championship T-shirt. And
there you go.
I'm a Yankee fan, so
there you go.
What goes around comes around.
Yeah.
Off topic, not sure what Tori's making, but she'll take one, please. Absolutely.
Yeah, whatever he's making, I'll take one as well.
Unlike these guys, I come prepared, Tori.
2007 Phoenix toilet paper was
But yeah,
really?
Terry deserves that drink. So
I don't remember watching the race and toilet paper was thrown. I'll have to.
Oh, I remember that.
Hey, all I know is don't ever mix Jaeger with tequila and take a shot of it because it screws you up.
Wow, was this your first day drinking?
Okay, look, I didn't know what the girl put. I didn't know what the dancer had in the dang. She said it was a shot of Jaeger. I didn't know she put tequila in it. Okay,
she gave you.
That's my bad.
She was
did.
You.
Oh,
that's what was happening right there.
That's interesting.
You were gonna get.
I told you, I'm gonna have stories for you, Corey.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing them, and more is likely you'll probably be looking forward to hearing my stories too. So.
Oh my Lord.
Joe says I'd be in jail after that.
He's right, because tequila is a bad thing.
Yes, it is.
It's very bad.
Yeah.
So is Jaeger. That's why I drink whiskey. All of it. All the whiskey. I'll take it.
Daniel's, baby.
Yeah.
Crown Royal.
Crown Royal? Okay. Believe it or not, my first drink as soon as I turned 21 was Crown Royal mixed with Coca-Cola.
Mm.
Damn, it was good. I had 6 glasses and I don't remember what the hell I did since.
Oh,
that explains so much.
Yeah. A whole lot.
All right, so let's get this moving. Got a half hour to go here. Let me go back to the finishing order. As we talked about, William Byron comes home with a second consecutive victory. Ryan Blaney second, Tyler Reddick third, Kyle Larson fourth, and Kevin Harvick came in fifth. Christopher Bell was sixth, Chase Briscoe seventh, Kyle Busch eighth, Alex Bowman 9, and Josh Berry rebounds to have a top 10 finish. Your other notables, Joey Logano was 11th, Ryan Preece was 12th, Bubba Wallace 14th, Austin Dillon 16th, Martin Truex Jr. 17th, Brad Keselowski 18th. Eric Jones was 21st, Daniel Suarez 22nd, Denny Hamlin and Ross Chastain 23rd and 24th, respectively. Austin Shitbrick was 25th. Let's see, Noah Gragson 29th, Eric Almirola 33rd, Cody Ware.
Where?
He was in 34th. Harrison Burton 35th, and all the way down in the BJ McLeod position, I'll give you one guess.
BJ McLeod.
BJ McLeod, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's not just a funny name; it is the BJ McLeod position.
And only 35 cars were running.
Yes.
What if I get him on this show?
I'm looking to buy a Cody Ware T-shirt for New Hampshire. I really am. And Mark's wife is going to stitch on the back of it, "Where?" with the question mark.
Nice.
So the joke will live on at New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
Oh yeah.
If you got Cody Ware,
honestly, I have Cody Ware's information. Also have BJ McLeod's information. So stay tuned, guys.
What the hell do I want BJ McLeod on for? So BJ, how does it feel to finish last every fucking week?
Oh Jesus.
He's turning into Jeff Green.
Oh my! That we used to be before you guys came on the show. It was called the Jeff Green position.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, years ago it was the Jeff Green position.
But
wow.
Can we also remember the fact that BJ McLeod finished 7th at Daytona last year?
Yeah, well, that's Daytona where everybody has a shot. Michael McDowell won the damn 500. Derek Cope
He
won
almost
the
did this year. Oh, pissed. He almost won this year.
Yeah,
Damn
Mr.
caution.
Mr. Danica Patrick won this year.
Mr. Danica Patrick, listen to you.
Recky Spinhouse Jr.
Oh yeah.
And when they used to date, but now separated. Yeah.
Right.
But
That's why they broke up. She wanted to go on vacation, and she looked at Ricky and said, "Take me someplace I've never been before." And he looked at her and said, "How about Victory Lane?"
nice.
All right, guys, I'm shifting gears. I'm heading to a different location. Give me a minute.
All right. We'll get to your happy and sad in just a minute. Well, he's shifting gears. Why don't you start happy and sad, and then we'll get Tori back in when he's done taking care of business.
Okay.
So give me a happy and sad.
All right, so I'm gonna go my happy. I'm gonna say my happy. I'm gonna go Ryan Blaney. Now, this is a kid that I'm really hoping he wins a race this year, and for him to pull off a second place finish, great run for that 12 team. And my sad, meanwhile, I'm probably gonna say my sad would. Yeah, definitely would have to go with Kevin Harvick. I mean, look, he was leading when the caution came out, and I mean, yeah, he took 4 tires. I mean, but for him to rebound and finish 5th was great. But it's just that last caution that came out that really stung that 4 car.
I got you. So my happy is going to go to Ty Gibbs, finishing 28th. What a really great run for him, proving that Grandpa's money is easy to waste. And wait, never mind. Actually, my happy is going to go to Willie B. 2 in a row. Good job, my man. And my sad is definitely going to go to Kevin Harvick. When you have a 5-second lead, and that last caution just burned him. But it's great, like you said, it's great that he could, salvage a top 5, but should have been his race. That's all I got to say about that.
Right.
I'm back, y'all.
Okay, you're back, y'all. Well, we're going to go to Tori instead because we like him better than you.
Oh,
that's cold.
That is
hurts.
cold as ice. That's cold as ice. Oh, shit.
Cold as ice. Ouch.
Honestly, happy would be because straight up Willie B back-to-back wins. Remember all last season, man, what was like 19, 20 weeks, different winner. That was pretty cool.
Right.
Especially not really being the odds-on favorite to win the race. You know what I mean? That's good.
Yeah.
My sad would probably be since Mr. Burns brought it up, Ty Gibbs finishing as low as he did.
Yeah.
All right, and let's finish this out strong with Jordan Balasico.
Yeah, who do you got?
All right, so my happy is Willie B going 2 for 2. My sad is Kevin Harvick not winning the race. Last year, you got to do something, man. We need at least 4 wins from you and a championship to close it out.
Would be nice, but again, I'm not going to say it can't happen, but it's highly improbable.
That's a correct call, but everybody else did the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And again, when you try to go in that middle line, when everybody else is using the high line and the low line, which had all the grip, you're hung out to dry.
Yeah.
So now we go to our fantasy points. Strangely enough, nobody changed positions. However, 2 of you tied for the weekly total. And we'll start with Tori Calhoun. Joey Logano got you 26 points. Tyler Reddick got you 46. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 18 and Ty Gibbs 9 for a weekly total of 99 points. Add that to last week. Your running total is 346. You are 119 behind the leader. Jordan comes home with a big start and a lousy finish. Kyle Larson got you 52 points. Martin Truex gave you 20. AJ Allmendinger 17 and Justin Haley 10 for a weekly total this week of 99 points. That's right. Tori and Jordan tied flat foot this week. Jordan, that brings your weekly total up to 382. You are 83 points behind the lead. Corey, you had Kyle Busch for 30 points, Ryan Blaney for 43, Michael McDowell for 24, and Austin Shipwreck for 12, giving you a weekly total of 109. Add that to last week. Your running total is 361.
You and this Austin shit's pissing me off.
I'm sorry, Jordan. I did not mean to hurt your feelings.
Oh,
I will take them into consideration next time. And I will be a kinder, gentler, more empathetic human being.
Oh, Jesus.
And if you believe any of that, I got a bridge I'd like to sell you. All right, so Corey, you finished with 109 this week. That's a running total of 361. You are 104 points out of the. Actually, no, I screwed that up. Jordan is actually in second, 83 behind the leader. Corey, you're in third, 104 behind the leader. But you were the second highest total of the week.
All right.
And my total was William Byron got me 59, Kevin Harvick 43, Denny Hamlin 26, and Ryan Preece 25 for the highest point total weekly so far this year, 153, putting me at 465 for the running total. Atlanta's going to change all of this, guys, because I look at Logano, I look at Larson, I look at Kyle Busch, and I look at my team, and I'm like, boy, I got a wing and a prayer at this one because yeah, Byron's going to do well. Hamlin's going to be in the mix. Harvick has been up and down in Atlanta for the last couple of years. But this was Phoenix this past week, so there was nothing I had to worry about. This week, I think I got a lot to worry about.
Well, just remember, this is going to be year 2 on a whole different Atlanta because if you guys remember, they raised up.
I'm good, Terry. I'm just giving them a hard time.
So if you guys remember, Atlanta actually changed their banking to 28 degrees. So if you think about it, it was almost like watching a race at Daytona last year. And the one thing that we're all going to have to look at the most is, who's going to have the best drafting partner. And then, of course, who's going to make that move at the end. And all I could just think about is last year when Corey LaJoie almost ended up getting his first career win. And then he gets caught up in a wreck with Kurt Busch and Chase Elliott wins the race. Honestly, I think looking back on it, I'm kind of thinking to myself, it would not surprise me, if Corey LaJoie gets his first career win this weekend.
That's a good call because he's done really well at the speedways and the super speedways.
That would be awesome.
The spring winner last year, because I was just talking about William Byron being pretty good and he's going to be in the mix. He was the spring winner last year, and of course, the fall winner was Chase Elliott, who we don't even have to talk about running this race, unfortunately. I do want him to have a speedy recovery, and I want him to get back sooner than later.
Right.
But, if you go back and you look at the spring race, which I'm going to bring up right now, as soon as my phone decides to catch up with me, to look at the finishing results, your top 5 was Byron, Chastain, Kurt Busch, Suarez, and LaJoie, going back to your point about Corey LaJoie. The next 5, Chase Elliott, Buescher, Truex, Logano, Bowman. I know Harvick had a little bit of a deal, ended up finishing in the 20s that day. Greg Biffle ran that day in the 44 and finished in 20th. BJ McLeod was in the top 20. Josh Bilicki was 16th. I mean, come on. It's one of those, it's not the biggest crapshoot on the circuit, but it certainly has potential where a guy you didn't give much of a chance to win could come out and win it. And I am going to tell you, and I'm not saying this to lick anybody's butthole or anything, I'm going to tell you who you're going to watch this weekend. Ty Gibbs.
Yeah.
Ty Gibbs, you put him on that speedway, give him a lot of juice up underneath him. If one of his teammates is near him and they can get bumper to bumper, watch Ty Gibbs this weekend.
Yeah,
I
definitely
want
to see him. I definitely want to see him run up front this weekend.
I mean, not necessarily win. You know how I feel about Ty Gibbs. He's a fantastic race car driver who I love very, very much. And I just don't want to get my face punched by Torrey Calhoun.
So watch that. You also need to watch out for AJ Allmendinger and Justin Haley, because those two, if you put those two together, those two will team up. Yeah.
Well, look at them last year in the Xfinity series in the college cars, and they're wrecking shit, and now they can do just as much this year. It's fast. I'll be there 4-1 and 4-2 giving rides. Okay, so Joe will be there with the Rusty Wallace Racing experience in April. So go check him out and tell him we sent you. He'll slap you in the mouth.
And then also, not to mention, the Childress cars. I mean, they're also pretty good when it comes to the super speedways as well. I mean, look, they almost won the Daytona 500 with Kyle Busch. Even though Kyle said,
as long as it's not Austin Dillon winning, I'll be okay.
Right. Well, and then, you had Kyle Busch said, I led at the 500-mile mark, and I could have been the winner. Baby. So, yeah.
If he had won under overtime, he doesn't cry the blues at all. But
if it was 1998 rules, he could have won.
Great. Guess what? I think he was 12 in 1998. He needs to shut up. Every
Yeah,
time I get a little bit of respect for that Pee Wee Herman looking son of a gun, he opens his mouth. If he just drove the car and shut up, I might actually have Kyle Busch gear on. But no, he has to open his silly, stupid face.
Yeah.
Oh.
You almost said the F-bomb there.
Almost put the quarter in the jar. Yes, indeed. Y'all almost heard something you weren't supposed to hear.
Right. And then I would probably say another guy I would possibly watch out for this weekend as well would have to be Keselowski, because if you watched in the 500, him and Chris Buescher, those guys were working together on the last couple laps, and then they got mixed up in that finish and so forth.
My issue with Keselowski, and it's not really an issue, it's sort of like a sad face type thing. Yeah. This season, all 4 races, Keselowski has been running like his ass was on fire and his hair was about to catch. And he gets up front quick. And then he gets Hailie Deeganitis, which is never Hailie Deegan's fault, and I give her that. But Keselowski gets caught up in a wreck that's not his fault, and he gets screwed. Much like Hailie Deegan gets caught up in a wreck that's not her fault and gets screwed. Terry comes in with Kyle Busch can't even win a game show. We were watching
can't even win a game show.
We were watching $100,000 Pyramid the other night.
Oh wow!
Kyle Busch was a guest, and boy, is that dude an idiot. He is an idiot.
Yep.
He had his chances and he blew it. F Kyle Busch.
Pretty much.
Excuses for what? What are we excusing? Oh, Kyle Busch? Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I'd say so. But other than that, looking forward to seeing some good racing this weekend, because not only you got the Cup guys racing Sunday, but you also have the Xfinity truck doubleheader that's coming up this weekend too. So,
yep, the trucks roll off at 2, and I believe the Xfinity guys roll off at 4:30 or 5 o'clock, depending on how long the truck goes. Joe just saw the hat. I'll put that up there, right there.
Yeah.
Oh. So, you know how much I hate predictions. I just hate predictions. But let's go around the horn. If you get one pick, for the winner of Atlanta. And let's say, if everybody's in agreement, this is worth 20 additional points for the fantasy.
Okay.
Jordan, you good with that? Jordan's holding
Uno
me
momento.
up. Por favor, Taco Supreme. Tori, how do you feel about bonus points for Atlanta prediction?
Sure, let's get it.
All right, so I'm going to write each one of these down. You get one pick, and hopefully we all pick somebody different. That would be nice.
Yeah.
So let's take this. We'll start with Tori, because I feel good about Tori's pick. Here we go.
I'm gonna roll with Ty Gibbs.
All right, thank you for stealing my pick, you jackass. All right, Corey.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna probably say, knowing Atlanta, I'm gonna treat this as a super speedway race. The one driver that I have in mind.
All right, what was your question, Chris? I apologize. I had a customer.
We answered for you. Don't worry about it. We're taking one driver each for 20 bonus points to predict the winner of Atlanta Motor Speedway. Closest to first gets the 20 points. Corey's about to make his pick. Corey has taken Ty Gibbs.
All right. So for me, the one driver I'm kind of thinking about the most is I'm gonna go with Almirola.
Interesting choice.
He is pretty good at Talladega, so I wouldn't count him out. So
good choice.
Okay, now.
All right. Yeah. Jordan, you got one shot, like Eminem. Let's do this.
I'm gonna throw this out there. Young man from Columbus, Ohio, Austin Hendrick.
Okay, Shipwreck is your pick. Oh, that rhymes. Shipwreck is your pick. All right. Joe comes in with Ryan Blaney. Although, Joe, you just get 20 points for being here. Thank you for chiming in.
Blaney's not a bad pick.
No, it's not a bad pick at all. But I'm going to ask you guys all should know. I'm going to ask you for my 3 favorite words. When it comes to racing season, what are my 3 favorite words?
Momentum.
Momentum, momentum, momentum.
There you go.
I'm taking Byron.
Cold and a cold
Hopefully
beer.
he goes 3 in a row.
And a cold beer. That's right. See, Tori gets it. Why doesn't everybody else?
Right.
You
right.
rolling with Willie B?
I'm rolling with Willie B as my special pick.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. This is the truth. I don't blame you.
2 in a row
I do
on
not.
2 completely different style tracks. Absolutely, I'm with you, brother.
Yep.
I don't blame you.
Oh, so we got about 10 minutes. If you guys have questions out there in comment land, we'd love to hear them. We'll try to answer them. If you want to make fun of Jordan's neck beard, please take a shot or 2 at that. You know, you can get underneath, brother. It's not. Look, see, the razor goes here.
See, I do, but it just grows back too quick.
Well, when you shave once a month, I can understand that.
It's cold up here, man. Okay.
All right, it's cold. I'll give you that. I will give you that. All right, so hurry up there, people in the comment section. You guys have all been great tonight. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate all of your
Say
input.
whatever you guys have to say.
That is fucking hilarious.
Give us questions. Ask why Jordan has, you know what, Jordan, I'll give you this. You look less like a cancer patient when you're all dolled up and ready to go to work. You do. You look presentable. I like that.
Right.
I mean, sometimes you got to be.
That's what now?
Sometimes you got to be, you know.
I understand. Joe Bowen says we haven't heard much about Kurt Busch. Anybody got any info on?
Still not cleared. He's still not cleared.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, for him to be not cleared since last July and we're already in March, I kind of question, okay, like, what really is going on with Kurt Busch?
I think there's more to that injury than anybody's letting on.
As do I.
What's that?
I said I do as well, but I'm not sure exactly what though. There's got to be something neurologically wrong because he should have been cleared of his concussion a long time ago. There's got to be something neurologically wrong that's in the brain area that's keeping him out of the car.
And as the Bush brother that actually has a brain, that's pretty worrisome.
Yeah.
That is true.
Well, thanks for that, Joe. Appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
That. All right. Question that came up Sunday during the race amongst a couple of friends. Did Legacy Motor Club Incorporated bring up Noah Gragson too soon?
No.
You really can't say. You really can't say. I'm not even gonna say that.
Okay, I can certainly understand your point. I get that.
Jimmy Johnson added.
Go ahead, please.
Jimmy Johnson added Coda and Coca-Cola 600 to his races this year, along with the Chicago Street Course.
Yep.
I'm interested to see, and this is where the rubber's going to meet the road. I know Jimmy Johnson's pretty good at the road courses, but come on, if he's going to run the Charlotte 600, that Coke 600, he better put together a good hot rod because Jimmy Johnson has been lights out at Charlotte for years.
Yep.
May not always win, but he is always a factor coming down the pipe at Charlotte.
Hold on a minute, guys. Okay, you guys go ahead and talk. I'll be in a minute.
Okay, you do that.
Yeah, because there was a span where he won like 3 in a row in the 600 between 2003, 05, and then the last time I believe he won the 600 was like 2014 or somewhere around there.
Might be right. I'm gonna look that up. You know why? Because I can.
I know. Yeah, because I want to say it was
we have technology.
15 was Carl.
That's right.
One for Gibbs. So.
All right, Coke 600. Let's find our friends over at Wikipedia. I say our friends like they know us. Like, thank you, our friends.
Yeah.
Past winners. Let's see. We'll start. When are we going to start? 1990. No, I'm kidding. That was Rusty Wallace that won that year. So
Yeah.
let's start. Jimmy Johnson was a rookie in 2002. So he won in 2003, 2004, 2005. After that, in 06, I wonder who the crew chiefs in the 5, 24, 48, and 9 if the penalty stand. Probably find that information out tomorrow, the next day.
Yeah.
Casey Kane in 06, Casey Mears in 07, Casey Kane in 08. David Ruderman in 2009, Kurt Busch in 2010, Harvick in 11, Casey Kane in 12, Harvick in 13, Johnson in 14. You got that one right again. Carl Edwards in 15, Martin Truex in 16, Austin Dillon in 17, Kyle Busch in 18, Martin Truex in 19, Brad Keselowski in 2020, Kyle Larson in 2021, and Denny Hamlin was last year's Coke 600 winner. The 2011, 2020, and 2022 races were extended due to NASCAR overtime. 1997 was shortened due to a 1 a.m. noise ordinance. How about that?
Right.
The 2017 race, I should know because I was there, was rain shortened and had to start on Monday due to rain. So thanks for that, jerk-offs.
Jesus.
Damn, bro.
Hey, I didn't start the rain.
I don't think anybody did.
I got all my beaver pelt on and danced around a fire praying for no rain, and we got rain. I guess I danced the wrong way around the fire.
Yeah.
Hey, did you leave your right foot up?
Actually, no, I did not. See, I knew I did
There
something
it
wrong.
is. There it is.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Next time I will make sure that the right foot stays up. This is the kind of advice you only get from good friends. You really do.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, looks like Jordan's back. Hi, Jordan. No, maybe he's not. No, one more minute. He's got to fill the slush puppy machine.
I'm so not. Damn.
And fill it to the top this time.
Right.
Ain't nobody trying to get ripped off getting himself a slushie.
Exactly.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're up. No, he's not back yet. Every time I think he comes into view, look at that. Look at that cutting board back there, Corey. Look at what Tori's working on back there. It looks delicious. What are we working on there?
Look pretty good. Oh damn.
Ooh,
Oh my goodness, that's making me hungry right now.
that's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
You can't do
stuff.
that. That's food porn.
You asked for it, dude.
I know I did.
I was just sitting here cutting up the veggies and stuff. Next thing I know, what is he working on back there? So I was like, okay, here you go.
Can you stop pointing out the truth for about 30 seconds, please?
Yeah, because that food's making me hungry, dude.
You saw what I made last night, bro.
I know. Some bitch.
Okay, now I'm back. We got, what, 7 minutes left?
Yeah. Do you got a question, Jordan? You always have questions.
So we are 4 races in. We're heading back to the East Coast. How many cars do you think that they had packed up between Vegas, Auto Club, and Phoenix, and to get to where they need to go between each weekend?
Oh, easily. The higher end team's probably 4. Just
Okay.
ready to go, like stocked and ready to go. The lower teams, not so much.
Yeah.
Because I remember back in the day, and now that it's the second year of this car, you know, they used to have 8-9 cars built by the time they rolled off in Daytona. Now, not so much. This is still a work in progress with this car.
Yeah.
So, you know,
It is.
that'd be a great question to ask our friend Joe, who's in and around the garage areas all the time. So maybe he could fill us in how many cars they've prepared while they were all on the coast.
But it's just about wrapped up time, y'all.
All right. We'll save that question for next week. Joe, you have your marching orders. You know what to do.
Yep.
All right, guys. Next week, Atlanta. It's going to be fun. This weekend, I should say. But next week, when we talk about it, it should be fun.
Of course.
And don't forget Dysfunction Junction, the best podcast you're not listening to.
Yeah.
That damn Chris Brown.
That's right. Jordan has actually been listening. He'll chime in when he's at work, and it's nice to see him on there.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday I was actually at home. Arthur, what are you doing here?
Yesterday he was at work, and wow.
Some asshole. What are you doing here? I want that kind of I want that kind of response when I walk into the store.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has gotten real.
He's pointing at his gimmick. He's like, "No, I got 30 minutes." Yeah. Look at this. That's right.
Look at this
He's
shit.
yelling. He's hollering now. For once, we're going to see Jordan do the whooping and not get the whooping.
I'm not commenting on this.
I definitely would love to see that.
Look, Chris, I'm gonna come through this camera and give you a whooping.
Good luck with that. You have to bring 3 of your friends. Anywho, but we're wrapping it up. Guys, we'll see you next week. Have a great week. Enjoy the races this weekend. And by the way, I don't care if you're Irish or not. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Don't get too drunk. Enjoy the corned beef and cabbage. And if you do get too drunk, get an Uber.
Yes.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.